Hola, buenos días. Una latte con leche de avena. Good morning, everyone. Good start to the day, nice coffee. We're staying in the old town here in Seville. Seville is a very, very cool city. I'm excited to tell you all about it. We're actually leaving today. We're leaving to go to Portugal. Oh man, this coffee's hot. Yeah, we're leaving to go to Portugal today. We're taking a bus from here to Portugal, and then we're picking up a car, and we're going to spend a few days down in the Algarve, which is quite exciting. But Seville is where we are right now, and I have to say it's one of the most beautiful cities in Europe. It's so cool. We're staying in like the middle of the old town. This is like the shopping district actually, and they've got these really cool sails above. Look at that, the sails above the street, because this city is like one of the hottest places I think in Europe. It gets, like in summer, it's like normal to get over 40 degrees, and I think the hottest it's been is 47.8 degrees or something like that. So it gets very, very hot here, but the streets here, especially in the old town, they're designed to keep the cool. They're a bit narrower, they're windy. They're designed for wind to flow in and out of the streets to provide a cool breeze for the residents. Yeah, and there's lots of other really interesting stuff to tell you about Seville. Let me just enjoy my coffee. Now, Seville, it used to be one of the most important cities in Spain. It was like the main port in Spain, which I thought was weird when I found out, because it's actually inland. It's like 80 kilometers up the river from, I think it's from the Atlantic Ocean. So it doesn't really make sense, but apparently in the like 15th, 16th century, the river was wide enough, it was deep enough for them to traverse the river by big ship. So that's why Seville became one of the most important trading ports. The reason they chose Seville as like the center for trade was that because it was so far inland, it was like well protected from pirates and things. So yeah, basically they could defend Seville very easily because it's so far inland. Like, you're not going to get raids from other nations or other parties. Now, I've kind of walked like out to where the main traffic goes around the old centre, but I wanted to show you one of the coolest things, which we actually got to experience last night. It's called the mushrooms of Seville, Las Setas de Sevilla. It wasn't actually called that when it was first installed. When it was first installed, it was called something else, something like Promenade, or I don't know. It had a different name, but anyway, the locals, they gave it a nickname because it looks like mushrooms, and when you see it, you'll understand why. It's not too far away. I'll show you when we get there. But a little bit about the structure that we're going to go see. It's the largest wooden structure in the world, which is quite impressive. It's so much wood. It's like laminated 3mm plywood sheets, and yeah, it's cool. You can go up it, so you can go up the structure. You can walk around it. It's actually got elevators and stuff inside, so it's not full wooden structure. Look at the buildings here. The buildings here in Seville are so interesting. There's a specific style which was really born here. It's partly because of the Muslim influence, the Moors who conquered here in think it was like for 7 or 8 centuries, from the 8th century, before the Christians came and reconquered. But yeah, for 7 or 8 centuries, the Muslim rule here was like a golden age for civilization, for creativity. There was places around Spain that became like these hubs of like learning and education and art. It sounded amazing actually. But the specific style, you know, like if you've seen like the style of like mosques and stuff, there's very, very beautiful, very ornate details. Like there is so much intention, and there's so much put into the actual beauty of the structures. And because in Seville, Muslim rule here went for, you know, one of the longest times, because it's so far south in Spain, then, you know, the building structures, the mosques and all of that, they were already there. They had a lot of design influence already in the town, in the cities, so that when the Christians came to reconquer, there was kind of a mixture of Christian design with the Muslim design, and it's like this beautiful blend of architectural styles. You can see it in the buildings as you go around. You'll see very ornate details, amazing, beautiful archways. Yeah, just very, very, it's hard to explain, but there's a specific name for it. I think it's called baroque or something like that. Yeah, it's really pretty. But right now I've come to the square, the plaza, where the mushrooms of Seville are, and you're gonna have a look at this. Just look. Wow. So as you can see, it's wood. It's like a wooden lattice pattern. It's nearly like a puzzle, a jigsaw puzzle. And each piece of wood is unique. Every join is unique. And you can see why. It's the largest wooden structure. Now it does have concrete. There are these concrete support beams under each mushroom. But the main structure is wood. It's so impressive, right? It's so big and impressive. And you know what's funny is, like, it's made of wood, and when we were up there last night, we noticed there were so many swallows around. You can probably see them now. They're just up there flying around. They love it. They love the mushroom structure. I don't know if it's because it's made of wood that they love it so much, but there's so many swallows, and they kind of like, yeah, fly in and out of the little squares, the little gaps in the structure, and they sit on the various little perches they can find up there. But yeah, it's a really amazing structure, and if you go up there, it's got a walkway up top, which is really, really cool. So you can walk around part of the structure on the roof of it, and I mean, look at this thing. You can actually see the walkway up there, some of it. So there's the walkway, and it goes right out to the top, and you get amazing views over Seville. You can see, you know, around, you can see the cathedral, you can see the Giralda Tower, which is like the old tower here on the cathedral. And yeah, it's really, really beautiful up there, and the whole thing lights up as well. So they've got these LED lights like linked up to these DMX cables and controllers, and the whole thing is lit up in unison with these beautiful, beautiful patterns across the whole structure. So it's really cool to see. I think it looks actually better from up there rather than down below, because some people say that you can go below and just view the lights there, but to be honest, I'd rather just go up to the top. I think the view's definitely better. Now there is also a market here as well, which is actually a market that was already here. It was already here before this structure, the mushroom structure, was brought here and installed. The mushroom structure was installed here in 2011, so it's not that old. But the markets here were here much longer before that. And the markets, they actually had to shut down because the building structure that the markets were housed in, the structure of the building was deemed unsafe. So yeah, they basically had to shut the markets down, which is a shame. But bringing the big structure here, they were able to knock down the building and then install the markets right underneath the mushroom structure. So now we have markets again. We've got some fruit, we've got meat. I think everyone's just setting up for the day. It's only just gone 8:30 in the morning, which, to be honest, I would have thought the markets would be open, but you have to remember, we're in Spain. Spain is a slow start to the morning generally. Everyone's preparing their stock for the day, presenting all of their fresh fruits, their veggies, and oh my goodness. All right, how do we get out of here? I'm done with the markets. I'm not a massive fan of the markets, to be honest. They're okay. But yeah, it's, I don't know what it is. What is it about markets I don't really like? Lots of meat, I suppose. Not a big meaty person, so markets don't really tickle me the same way a lot of people like always go to the markets when they go to a European city. Oh, it looks like there's a flamenco. Oh my goodness, look at this. Wow. That looks like a flamenco bar, to be honest, underneath the Mushroom de las Setas. We did go to a flamenco show when we were here. We did it on the first night we were in Seville, and it was cool. I love flamenco. That's one thing that I really, really do like. The music, the dancing, the singing, it's so passionate. It just like, it sends shivers down my spine. I actually get the warm fuzzy feeling, you know, and like, maybe like, I don't know, something just hits you right and you're like, you can just feel it in the back of your head. It's just warm and fuzzy. It's so nice. Mushroom structure. Las Setas de Sevilla. But let's go for a walk further up into Old Town now. And I'll tell you a little bit more about flamenco because there's so much history to it. And Seville is one of the most important cities regarding flamenco. There's so much history of conquering here in Seville. There's been many different cultures and peoples. First, this place was inhabited by, I think it was like Germanic tribes, and then came the Romans. The Romans actually bought a lot of the infrastructure, so they built roads. Obviously there was there religion with the Romans? I'm not sure. After the Romans, hang on, let me just fact check this. I don't want to get this wrong. ChatGPT is saving me here. So yeah, Seville is a city built on conquest, creativity and cultural fusion, which is important because it really defines the city as it is today. So it went from a Roman stronghold to, ChatGPT is saying, a Moorish masterpiece, the beauty of the structures here, to Christian capital, and then into this creative, vibrant, flamenco-rich city that it is here today. Now, the flamenco dance was really founded or like fostered in these kind of like poorer communities, the poorer neighborhoods, which is a little bit out of the city center. Became a way for people to like express themselves and communicate the things that they were going through, process the things that they were going through. And that's kind of why you hear some of the flamenco, they sound like a little, the encantos The songs, they sound like a lament. Some of them sound really sad. There seems to be some of the flamenco songs which are like the same. It's like the same songs that are like repeated again and again and again, and we've like heard those a few times now on various videos and watching them live. But yeah, I don't know, there's something about the flamenco, it's so passionate. I love it so much. It really just like, it strikes a chord with me. I really like it. So flamenco is very important here in Seville, and if you come to Seville, try and go to a flamenco show so you can learn a little bit. There's actually some really, really great documentaries which we've discovered since we've been here about flamenco. There's this one director in particular, I think his name is Carlos Saldo, and he's done heaps of movies with flamenco, but some of the more important ones are the documentaries that he's done where he gets, you know, like really talented dancers, and he's remade actually his main, his big documentary. His first one was called just Flamenco, and then he's done it again. It's called Flamenco. So
This Wednesday.
all right. Yeah, you can see that online if you've got access to like you know, one of these movie platforms with a whole bunch of random movies on there. It might be on there, called Flamenco, and yeah, you can see it's heartfelt. It's really, really cool. Some people just, I don't know, there's like a very surface level interaction with flamenco where a lot of people might go to a show, you know, like in a, I don't know, in like a tourist destination. They might go to a place where it's like just kind of done as, I don't want to say like a cheap performance, but you know, like taken out of context, people might be going to a place and they'll like have a few drinks, go to a flamenco show, and yeah, just kind of like there with their friends, and they're not really there for the show, if you know what I mean. So some people just say it's a whole lot of stomping. And I get that. Maybe like some people, they just hear it differently, but yeah, I don't know. I like flamenco. Okay, I'm done with I'll stop talking about it. There's one part of the old town which I want to go and check out because it was recommended to me by my friend who's actually lived here. She lived here for 6 years, and she said you have to go up to this place. So before we check out today, I just wanted to go up to this little part of Old Town called Alameda, and she said it's beautiful up there, so let's see if we can find it. I'll have to get the map out. Oh yeah, we're not too far away, so we'll go up here, take a left, get to a crossroads, and we'll go right. It's beautiful morning light here in Seville, but like I said, it gets so hot. If you're gonna like explore around Seville, you really, really want to do it in the morning, like early. Go and see the things. Obviously you have to contend with the opening times of the various places you want to visit, but yeah, get out early in the morning is my advice. Have a little half-time break, a siesta, maybe around lunch, yeah, like lunchtime, 2 o'clock, and then maybe 5 or 6 o'clock you can go back out and continue exploring as it starts to cool down again. But to be honest, it's been like over 30 degrees for most of the time that we've been outside, so it's been pretty full on, pretty hot, and yeah, we just tried our best to get out and do our job in the heat. But it feels like we're getting into more of a like local suburb here. We're on the north side of the old town. Look at this building though. Can you see? So just look in the details of this building. There's a mixture, isn't there? There is a blend of designs here. We've got these columns which you know, are pretty typical of like Romanesque style. And then you've got these tiles, the tile work up here is very beautiful, and I'm pretty sure that's like it looks Islamic to me. I'm not sure. The balconies, that seems Roman as well. And then, yeah, it's just, like I said, it's a mixture. It's a conglomeration of different styles. Beautiful, first coffee of the day. Cheap as well, €2.20, pretty cheap for a coffee. I was going to help that guy do his delivery, but he got it. It looks like we're in the suburb Alameda now. It's, I don't know, it seems like kind of, not newer buildings, but they look like they've been renovated at least. Oh, there is a square to explore, so let's go and have a look at the square. I think it's here. Down here, let's go. Maybe, I don't know, I'm just thinking now, maybe my friend told me to explore like Alameda as a suburb and to go and check out like the coffee shops and stuff, but I'm not sure. She didn't give me a whole bunch of details. Looks very nice, this square though. Nice and green. Oh, it's actually nice. Okay. Underneath the trees, it's a lot cooler. Trees act like a natural air conditioning, so they've got these whole sides lined by these thick trees. I'm not sure what type of trees these are, but it definitely helps to keep it cool. Looking for a bin. Ah yes, I see one. All right, so this is the suburb of Alameda. Huge square. I bet this place gets hot, but I guess on the outside you'd retreat to the trees. Did notice that yesterday when we were walking around the city, it was a very sunny, very sunny day, and a lot of people were just trying to walk under the cover of trees, under the any sort of cover that you could get. And that's another thing about Seville, like why the streets are so narrow in the old town, because you really want to have that shade, otherwise it's just too hot. It's so hot. I mean, yeah, plus 30, I think we had up to 39 degrees yesterday, which is really hot. It's not as humid as like the heat that we had in Australia. Australia was like a whole different level. That's a whole nother thing. But yeah, it was okay. We survived. It's not that kind of like humid heat that just you can't cool down from. And then every now and again we'd go into a place, go into a church, or you just go somewhere where it's a bit cooler. I sort of joked yesterday to Charlotte, I was like, I can see why these churches are so popular, especially around areas like this, because you just want to go inside to cool off. They're so big and they're like, you know, such thick stone, they're like insulated so well, I guess. They just keep the temperature cooler in there. Or maybe they had air conditioning in there, I'm not sure. They wouldn't have had air conditioning in the 15th century, but yeah. The church in Seville is actually the largest Gothic cathedral in the world, which is pretty cool. Largest Gothic cathedral in the world, and I think it's the third largest church in the world by volume. It's big, it's really big in there. There's so many different, what do you call them, like the stands where the person will give a sermon from. It seems like there's so many different parts of the church which could be used as like a chapel. I don't know. I don't really know too much about how churches work. It's just massive in there. And then they have all of these like offshoot rooms. And then they've also got this Giralda as well, like the tower you can go up. Anyway, I'm up to the top of the square now. We've got a bit of a cafe, and we've got some columns here. There's a couple of lions on top, it looks like. I might shoot off. Could shoot off into a different direction. So it seems like there's around this area, there's like a lot of places which are like your very typical, very like normal Spanish cafes, which is where you would go if you didn't come from Australia or New Zealand and weren't used to this very over-the-top coffee that we're used to nowadays. See this kind of place here. They just do normal coffee, con leche, coffee with milk, in these little white cups, and yeah, they're just not quite the same as a specialty coffee. That's what they call it here. If you want like an Australian, New Zealand style latte, cappuccino, whatever, then you really have to find a place that's specialty coffee. And there's a few of them around. So we'll take a little wander and see if we can find another cool little coffee shop on the way back down, and then I want to take you guys through the old town as well. It's so nice down here with the morning light. Alameda. A cool little suburb, I guess. It's interesting, isn't it, to see like people going about their daily lives, especially in like a tourist city like this. Like Seville's so popular. We've seen and heard a lot of different cultures, a lot of different people, and one of the main ones that we've heard, the voices, you can't miss them, is the Americans. We saw a video popped up in my Instagram feed the other day, and it was this American woman just on a podcast, and it was like a snippet of the podcast. She was talking to her friend on a show, and she was saying, God, you don't realize how annoying we are as Americans until you travel. And it's like the running joke of the travel community, I think, of like how annoying Americans are. I feel bad for saying it, and I'm sorry if you're American, but Americans, it's like this lady was saying in this show, this podcast, she was saying Americans are always told like they're special, they're unique, whatever you have to say is important, and they're kind of like encouraged to be loud and proud, and you can just see that when you can hear it when you're traveling. Yeah, Americans just, they don't really have much consideration for like other people enjoying a space. Yeah, you just hear them and they're just like, whatever they're talking about, they're talking about it so loud that everyone can hear them. And I'm not sure if they just think that, I don't know, maybe like everyone speaks a different language so they don't really hear them, but yeah, I don't know. I can hear them and I understand them, and I'm just like, oh God, I don't want to hear the story, I don't care. There's a little market here, and I said to you guys I'm not really fussed on markets, but it looks kind of cute in there. I guess I should go in just to show you guys, because there might be one of you watching, one of you is watching and you want to see it, right? So let's go and have a look. It's like a fruit and veggie market. I can deal with a fruit and veggie market, that's nice. Oh, and they've got another section over here which is all fish, it looks like. These big beautiful buildings are nice, I like these, because they are a lot cooler. Alright, here's all your fish. Hey everyone. Oh my goodness, a bird just flew in. You shiny little fellas. All sorts of fish. Everyone's getting set up for the day. There you go. Alright, let's go. That's all I want to see. That's all. And then I'm out. I just love all these little alleyways. I love all these little alleyways. Oh, we got a nice bread shop. Ooh. Picnic panes artesanos. Artisan bread. I haven't had breakfast yet. Shall we? Shall we? Hola, buenos días. Una croissant, por favor. Quiero pagar con tarjeta. Perfecto. Gracias. Okay, gracias. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. It's okay?
Pardon?
Can I take a picture?
Okay.
I'm gonna show you guys this, which you see a lot around Spain, and it's a leg. It's an actual leg of an animal, and they cut it very fine to make it they'll serve this up as like a tapas in bars, but as you can see, it's a proper poof, and you can see as well they're hanging around. Yeah, these legs will be just like sat on a bar when you go into like any normal bar in Spain, and I think it's Iberian ham, which would mean it's pig. Is that right? Iberico pork, maybe. Anyway, it's an Iberian animal, and they just put it on the bar like that, and it's like they've got these specific leg holder devices which just hold it in place, so they can slice it like that, and they just serve it up as tapas, or they might put it on a sandwich for you. But yeah, very, very common cured meat, or aged meat at least, like a dish here in Spain. Let's have a look at this croissant. So it did look nice. All right, there we go. A nice buttery croissant. I just realized I came back to the same place where I was before. I love to take different ways around these cities like the old towns, because it's so oh, this croissant was really sticking to the back of my throat. Yeah, because these cities they have so many little windy streets, they're so narrow, you can really take a different way home like every day. So that's what I like to do, is like, you know, the general direction that you're going, you need to kind of go, I don't know, south or west or east or north. You know which direction that is, and you can kind of just like zigzag your way going through different streets to find your way to the place where you're going. But I think that's the funnest way to do it, because you find lots of different little nooks and crannies and different places. Hola. Yeah, you find new things, new cafes, new restaurants, new experiences. Yeah, I like it. I wonder what that is. The Extrotos. Ah, like an arts organisation. Interesting. See what I mean about finding little random places you wouldn't have gone to if you didn't take a different way home? It's just one of the joys of walking around these old European cities. And lots of dogs. People love a small dog here. I love little dogs. Alright, this car is, not sure where he's trying to go, but he's bloody not going to go far there, I don't think. I want to go where that car's trying to. Oh wow. So look at that building up there. Now, this brings me to another topic of conversation. Something else that we've learnt here in Seville is around the city of Seville there were these palaces, palacios, and they were very, very prestigious. They were owned by, you know, like the super rich aristocratic family or royal people, and you can see the size of them. They're just immense compared to the other houses, and they are so beautiful. A lot of them do have that Baroque kind of style, that mixture of Christian and Muslim influence, and you can go inside them. Some of them actually have descendants of the families like living in them. I don't think you get to see them or meet them or anything, but you can go inside and see how royal people used to live, I guess, or, you know, aristocratic families, like the epitome of luxury, I guess, in the 15th, 16th centuries. Like I said, it was like a golden age for creativity and arts, and yeah, just all the beautiful things, I guess. But we can go to the front of like the entrance to this property, have a little look. I went inside one yesterday because we actually wanted to go in the Alcazar, which is like the royal palace, the Real Alcazar, and it's so popular that it was sold out, so we couldn't get tickets to it, unfortunately. We did hear that some people were getting tickets on the gate, but we tried and failed, unfortunately. Well, here we go. Here's the entrance to this palace. This is Palacio Las Duenas, and you can see the immense size of it. It looks very, very beautiful inside. Entrada, entrance. There you go. Wow. Now, these palaces, there are different prices depending on which one you go to, and they are in various states of condition, disrepair, some of them. But I think it's great that you can go into and visit these places and really get a sense for what like luxury was like. I guess they're kind of like heritage buildings now. I don't know if it's like government mandated that they are looked after and kept in this way, but I just think it's fantastic that you can still go in and have a look around and, you know, see what luxury was like back in the day. All right, let's get back into the old town now. We are in the old town, but we're like kind of on the, I guess, the outskirts. There's a bit more, definitely a bit more like roadways around here, whereas you get right into the old town and it's like, it's all very restricted, kind of like pedestrian only access, or sometimes taxis, sometimes only like police vehicles or government vehicles. So let's get back into the good stuff and we'll see a little bit more of the structure and the old little shopping town, the shopping town in Seville. Now there is another thing here which we haven't also been able to experience, but our good friend Kira she's also got a YouTube channel. She is Kira what's it called? Terrible. Hey Kira? Hey Kira? I think it's called Hey Kira. Sorry, Kira. She has a YouTube channel and she does adventure content as well. She's does amazing hikes in different parts of the world. I think she just recently did the Jordan Trail, and she's also done Kumano Kodo in Japan. But anyway, she told us about this place here in Seville, where it's like a monastery or a nunnery. I don't know, is that a word? Nunnery? You can go to, and you put your money on the counter. They have like a swivel door because, I don't know, the nuns like make these, I don't know, like bread or biscuits or something like that. And they put the food in like a little swivel door. What's this? That's so crazy. What is that? I've just Dolces de Convento, sweets of the convent sweets. Okay, Venta sales. I've actually just come across it as I was telling you guys the story about our friend. I'm gonna go in, let's do it. How cool. Okay, I have to be maybe a little bit discreet here. But in the convent, you can go in. I don't think you actually see anyone, but you just put money down. The money obviously goes towards the church, and then the sweets come out. So I'm gonna do it. Let's do it. Okay, I have a little doorway. Bring on. I'm gonna start here. Alright, they got a menu here. Oh, what should we go for? Tortas de chocolate. Do I ring a bell? How does this work? Hola. Una tortas de chocolate?
Sí, un momento.
Gracias. I gotta film this.
5.
Gracias.
Muchas gracias, que Dios te bendiga. Buen día.
Gracias. How cool is that? I mean, it's just you're just buying stuff, but Monasterio de Santa Ines. Sometimes you just get the sense that, like, I don't know, the world was magical. Because how did that happen? How did that happen that I was walking past the place as I was telling you the story, and out the corner of my eye I just see, I was like, oh, that looks like a religious building. And then I see the sign that says that they do sweets. Just magic, eh? Magical. What a wonderful world we live in. I do feel like there's a sixth sense. There's like an invisible cord like pulling you. Oh wow, look at this. An invisible cord like pulling you in different directions, you know, like towards certain experiences, or I don't know, there's something else in this world that we can't put our finger on that guides us and helps us to find the things that we're looking for. That's just buzzed me out. That spun me out that that's just happened. What a weird place, what a weird world. Alright, let's get into this area here. We'll get into the square and then into the old town. I guess I should probably try one of these sweets, eh? They're tortas of chocolate. let's find a spot. We can nosh on one of these. I'm so excited about this. Imagine if they just taste like that was stale or oh dear. A nice little park down here. Plaza Cristo de Burgos. Wow. They love a good fig tree here. I'm not sure if these fig trees are native to the area, but they're gorgeous. Big, beautiful trees. Alright, I need to find somewhere we can open this up. Alright, how about we do it here with whoever this is. Let's find out. Manuel Serapi Sanchez. Nino Ricardo. There you go. Nino Ricardo. You're gonna watch me as I try one of these from the monastery of St. Ines. They're all individually packaged. Yum, yum. It's not too sweet. It's quite dry though. I'd like to have a drink after one of these. But nice bit of chocolate. Nice bit of chocolate flavour in there as well. This is actually going to be perfect for our bus trip. We got a train trip. Hang on. No, we got a bus trip first. Then we're picking up a car. And then we're driving a car to the Algarve. So we've got a big day of travel, and I feel like I don't think that's going to survive our travel day. There you go. Like a yummy little biscuit. Torta. Let's skedaddle. Look at these fig trees. There was one more place we got recommended to go and we didn't make it to. It's hard to go everywhere, you know, when you're traveling and you're like busy, you're filming, and we only have one day here really, a day and a half if we include the day we got here. So we tried to do everything, but we couldn't go to everything that we wanted to see, all the recommendations we had. One of our friends, he sent a whole bunch of things as well for us to go and see. One of them was Alfalfa, which is a suburb here in Seville. Didn't get a chance to go and experience it because I think it's actually more of a nighttime venue. But last night we were at the mushroom structure, and yeah, it was a long day. It was a hot day, and we didn't have the energy to then go out afterwards. It was just too much. There's some beautiful buildings here in Alpha. Oh, we got a very, very narrow. I can't get through there with a car, can I? Can't wait for the cars to come through. There's a cool little brunchy place here. Croissants, toast. But yeah, apparently there's a bar here called Bar Alpha, and that's the one to go to. It looks like a cool little place though. Like a bakery down there. Tapas. That's the thing as well, like these squares. Any of these kind of squares that you find in the evenings are very, very popular for the local people just to come and hang out. There's Bar Alfalfa. It looks like a cool place. Now snap a picture. Bar Alfalfa. It's in a really cool building. I love a corner building. It always gets me going, a corner building. But man, there's a lot of traffic here. It's like a full-on line of cars. What else have we got in Alfalfa? Oh, the bar's actually, there's a lot of people in the bar. La Bodega. So we've got a little winery there, a little bottle shop. Let's have a look. I think I got it. It looks, I kind of want to go in Bar of Alpha, but it looks like it's just full of very local older people, and I do not think that they would appreciate me with a camera going in there and filming them, so I won't this time. But Bar of Alpha is there, and it looks cool. It looks cool to go and have an experience that if you were here. Okay, let's press on into the old town, further on. Maybe, just maybe, we'll find ourselves a specialty coffee store. Oh my god. Oh yeah, cool. There's another little place here. This looks more modern actually. Catalina. So yeah, the suburb of Alpha Alpha. Donere House Bar. Cool. Cool bar. So yeah, Alpha Alpha seems like a good spot. Gulu Gulu. Gulu Gulu. Ah yeah, this is it's a Chinese restaurant that we wanted to go and check out as well. Oh, we could have come up here. La Organica, organic store. There's a big church thing here. One of the cool things in the Setas de Seville yesterday, the big mushroom structure, was afterwards we got to go into... Just look at this for an entranceway. This is just like your foyer into your building. Wow. The tiles, aren't they just beautiful? See, that's like, I'm pretty sure that all comes from North Africa, which would be the Moors. That's the Moorish influence here. The Moorish masterpiece, as ChatGPT called it. So beautiful. And you know, the repeating patterns, the tiles, I think they actually found a way to create those patterns and like, I don't want to say mass produced, but they were, instead of hand painting every one, I think they were able to work out a method of doing it much quicker, and then they were able to really pump out these huge tile walls, and that's what I saw yesterday when I went into one of the palaces, and it was just so beautiful. The walls, like different styles, different patterns on each of the walls, and sometimes the walls were like had a mixture of patterns. But yeah, so pretty, so pretty. You just get all the tiles across the walls inside of the rooms, and it's just like, I don't know, we don't do rooms like that anymore, do we? Maybe in like super luxury houses. But here we are, look at this, we're in the old town now. These narrow cobbled streets. It's a lot cooler in here. You get the concrete here doesn't heat up as much as like the bigger streets. There is this thing called the urban island effect, and you know, it's like basically when the sun hits these concrete walls and the roads and things, it just absorbs all that heat, and then throughout the evening, even when the sun's gone, the concrete is still releasing that heat into the air, so it still feels very hot. And that's why, you know, big cities with big wide open roads, they really suffer from this heat urban island effect. It's so pretty here. Look at this. I don't know which way to go. There's another flamenco show. Heaps of flamenco shows around. Got all the dates, prices there. 25 euros plus a drink. 30 euros plus tapas and drink. So you can have like as much or as little as you wanted. Vegetarian menu as well. Cool. Yeah, lots of places to go for flamenco here. Obviously it's like, it's the heart of flamenco. Oh, this is Callejón de Agua. This is another street that we were told to go on. The street of water. Must be around here. The name of that place, Callejón de Agua Hostel. Oh, it's just so pretty, isn't it? Wow. And you can just get lost down these streets, can't you? There's a car down there. Good luck, buddy. It is wide enough for a car. I guess they were made for... Oh, can you hear all the bells going off now? Kind of just reverberating around. I don't even know where that's coming from. Royal Academy of Medicine. Cool. Wow, those bells are going for it. I kind of imagine someone's just up there on the ropes of the bells, just swinging around. I have no idea where that's coming from. Look at this place. Casa number 9, Casa de los Canelos. Wow. Is it a special day or something? The bells are crazy. I feel like they're getting louder. We're going in the right direction, guys. It is so pretty down here. Well, the bells are slowing. Another flamenco show. You can buy tickets there. Wow. These streets are just incredible to get lost in. Okay, I think the bell show is finished. Oh, wow. This place is just full of beauty. You go to Seville and you're just like, I don't know, everywhere. Everywhere you go, every little street, you'll see something that's beautiful. You just got to explore. But speaking of exploring, I probably need to get back to our hotel because we got to check out and head over to the bus station before our bus leaves. So I'm going to try and head back in that direction. Oh, okay, yeah. Here we go, guys. We actually had breakfast down here yesterday. And this like organic place here by Bio Mio. Lovely little cafe down here. But busy little street. It's really, really popular as like a little walking street because it leads straight down to the cathedral. And you can see here, this is another typical, very popular bar, the Bodega Santa Cruz. There's lots of little bars around here actually. But look at this, you're gonna get a view now. This is La Giralda. That is that beautiful tower. Oh, I need to get a picture of that. The old... with that man in it. But yeah, what a view. And you got these beautiful buildings around. I guess these properties around here would be quite prestigious, quite expensive homes to buy, to rent. But yeah, everyone's out. It's 9:30 in the morning, so this is pretty I guess, normal for most people to be out. Like I said, you want to get out early here. Oh, now you're going to see more of the cathedral as well. Look at that thing. Look at how big that cathedral is. It's Gothic as well, but there is actually a mixture. It's got a bit of a mixture of architecture in there because it's got the Roman architecture as well as the Christian architecture and the Moorish influence as well. But yeah, look at the beautiful buildings, all these ornate details. In that building, in that cathedral, there's kind of actually too much to really take in. I'm going to get another photo. Yeah, you can't see, I mean, you can't really take in everything. It's just, there's too much. There's too much to see. Too many details. It's such a massive space in there. It's actually quite dark in the cathedral, which I was surprised at, because I would have thought it'd be a bit lighter in there, but maybe that's for the fact that it's so bloody hot here that they try and limit the amount of light that gets in, because obviously that would make it a little bit cooler. But I just want to show you this. So this is one of the doorways, and you can see that that's obviously not very typical of like a Christian doorway, that archway there. And that's where you get the Moorish influence from, you know, these arches, because actually this wasn't always a cathedral. Before it was a cathedral, it was a mosque, and it's basically been repurposed as a cathedral. The people who come after, it seems like they're all over the world. Like, you dig down under any like religious structure or monument, and you'll find the previous popular religion is there, you know, their structure is underneath it. But all around the cathedral, you've got a lot of hotels, there's a lot of restaurants, a lot of bars. So it's surrounded by places to go and cool off as well. When it gets too hot, you can go inside. Quite a few of them have like closed doors, air conditioning. All right, I'm gonna head back up. We need to get going. Oh, look at this, for a little spot here, cute little bar. One of many in the area. Since 1920, that one. But yeah, we'll go back up into the old town, wind our way back to the hotel. And if you want, I'll show you a bit of the hotel. Because it is a nice hotel. We don't often stay in nice hotels, but this one we got a good deal. We thought, all right, let's stay here, because it's really in a great location. So central to like all the stuff we wanted to see in the old town. But yeah, we don't really we don't do heaps of planning when we come to a place like this, like a new place. A lot of the planning happens like the night before, which, considering it's our job, is probably not great, because then we miss out on things like going to, oh, that's quite cute. Sun Cafe Sona. What is that? Cute little cafe. Oh, it's a vegana coffee, Seville. Selfie in that order. Cute little place. But yeah, we don't do a lot of research, and we miss out on doing things like going into the Alcazar, the royal palace here, which would have loved to have done. But anyway, that is the way that it goes. We actually didn't know that we were coming to Seville until a couple of days before. That's kind of how our travel is at the moment. We're doing an interrail trip, so here's a specialty coffee store here if you want good coffee. But luckily we've also got one inside our hotel. I can put a link. I'll put a link in the description for the hotel if you want to book it. But yeah, the way that we're traveling at the moment is we're just doing it kind of fast and loose. We're taking the train around Europe, and we're kind of determining our travel by how easy it is to find accommodation, and I guess like the weather as well is a big determinant factor. Wow, some of these buildings here, so this is a big plaza here, obviously this is like a prestigious part of the city of Seville in the old town, but look at these, look at those little balconies, little greenhouses, building there from the 1900s, 1912. Beautiful buildings. Wow, so pretty. It's so pretty just to walk around and just admire. They've obviously got some event going on in summertime. You'll get that a lot. You'll go to these places that, you know, like these popular destinations you want to go and visit, you know, these squares or plazas or whatever, and they'll be setting up for an event, which kind of, I don't know, it can ruin the experience for you, I guess. But then you have to think about actually, what if you had tickets to that event and you went and you were in this place, this amazing location, and you're watching some artist perform? It would actually be really magical to be like in one of these places that's like so beautiful, such a, you know, like a historic part of the city. To be watching one of your favorite artists like performing, or not even like your favorite artist, but watching like, I don't know, maybe like a really, really good local artist. So we can pick any one of these streets now to wander up, and we'll be in the shopping area, which is where we're staying. Business meetings going on. Let's go up here. And we've got more of our shade sails above. So like I was saying about the urban heat effect, those sails there, combined with the narrow streets, prevents how much sun actually hits the concrete here, and that will prevent how much heat gets trapped in and amongst these streets, so that in the evenings it does actually cool down in these streets, and it is really quite livable, enjoyable. Look at these sails, they're just everywhere, and they really add actually like an element to Seville. They add like it's like a style, I guess. It's like, I don't know, it's the first, I wouldn't say it's the first city I've seen that been done, but it certainly like is unique. You don't see it a lot, you don't see it everywhere. It really adds to it. It's cool, isn't it? So yeah, as you can see now we're in the shopping area, and these shops will be starting to open up soon. You would think, on a normal weekday at 9:45. But yeah, some of them are still closed. Got phone cases, beauty store. Yeah, so what do you guys think of Seville? You like it? I like it. It's one of my favorite cities that we've been to here in Europe. It's definitely clean, it's safe, it's beautiful, it's got a fantastic mixture of you know, the Moorish influence, Muslim influence, and the you know, the grandiose Christian buildings as well. And then you see like a little bit of the Roman touch as well. The first people to really settle here, or you know, build structures here, infrastructure. People getting their shop fronts ready, having a bit of a clean up. And the other thing you can do here as well, if you don't want to do nothing throughout your day, you know, like that middle part of the day where it gets way too hot, you can definitely go into one of the like shopping centres, like the bigger department stores. Even, to be honest, like these streets here, they are cooler than it would be, let's say, in the Alcazar, or I don't know, like one of these like big open squares where you really get that urban heat island effect. You could spend some time in the narrow streets. It's definitely going to be cooler, and if there's a little breeze, they are kind of designed to send that breeze down through the streets, it seems. But yeah, there's some big shopping centres around here as well. The El Corte Inglés, that's a big shopping centre, so you can go and get in some air conditioning. But this is our hotel we're staying at, Lito Lito. Quite a cool little place. Nice, modern, and it's a co-working space as well, it seems. I don't think I'm going to get another coffee. I'll grab one when we go for breakfast. Hola, buenos dias. Alright, well that is it, I guess. That is your tour of Seville, your morning walk around Seville. I hope you enjoyed it, and if you want to see more exploration, we're going to Portugal next, so we'll be going to the Algarve and also to Lisbon and Porto as well. So there'll be more adventures to come from these destinations, so hit subscribe if you want to see more. If you want to see the highlights, then go and check out our other channel. I'll link it below. Alright, bye.